And we are back. Bears franchise ended in the last episode. Oh, he somehow beat the best team in arguably the whole NFL. Uh, the one seed in the NFC, Dallas Cowboys. As you see, it's still one seed. We won 28-14, and an interesting game. Uh, we ended up benching Paul Walton and former Malik Willis during the end of that game, which was where Trey Sermon and Ronald Jones really came alive. Uh, played very well. So yeah, just kind of looking at stuff quickly, making sure our roster's all up to date. We all know this isn't, because, well, for some reason, my players constantly get signed, and I'm at the point where I don't care about it anymore. But, as you can see, playoff picture, we are the number 6 seed with the potential to move all the way up to number 2, I believe. You know, if the right things go our way. But we do have something to talk about. We have an unstoppable force. We're going to force turnovers. That's going to be our big goal. Beat the Eagles and force 2+ turnovers. We're now going to spend some stat points. Got 41 of them. As you can see, we'll just get this one, because why not finish that out. We'll also get this one for 8. And are we able to afford anything here? No, we are not. Unless over here, maybe? No, we can't. So I think we're going to get... Ooh, boost the blocking for wide receivers. That's nice. We just with 5 staff points. Well, can't spend any of them. We have a weekly strategy now. It is Trevonte McDowell. We already know he's the quarterback of this team. Miles Sanders, pretty great guy. You look, he's having himself a great season now. Struggled a lot early in his career, but now. And with how last game went, I think it's pretty obvious that we're going to focus on the run again. We're going to go for 2 or less passing touchdowns. We're going to go for 20 or less. We'll say 200, because we never know. Win turnover battle. If we're going for turnovers, we're going to win that battle. Hopefully. Any injuries to note? I don't believe we have any going into this game, so anyone who is injured here means they got injured in practice. And Jaden Westerman does get injured in practice, backup guard for us. So, and the O-line got injured a decent amount last week. Jordan Mailata and I want to say James Alexander and even Tevin Jenkins all got injured. Kendrick Green is the starter, but Westerman is the backup for him. So, without further ado, Week 16 versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Where actually, before we get into that, standings is here. We have a potential playoff spot. As you can see, we are the 6th seed, and the Cardinals are the 7th, but really it could go either way between these three at the moment. If we win, and two of these three teams, if we win, and either the Falcons, Cardinals, or Giants, if two of those three teams we just named, Falcons, Cardinals, Giants, if they lose, we clinch a playoff spot. To make things better, we're rooting for the Falcons to win because they are playing the Vikings, and if we win and the Vikings lose as well, then we would move up into yeah, whatever it's called. Uh, at least third. I believe. Then we have the Panthers and the Rams and the 49ers. Rams don't really matter at the moment. Uh, in a way, 49ers and Cardinals are playing, so in a way, we're kind of forced to root for the 49ers. We're rooting for the Commanders. We're rooting for the Falcons. For the Rams, we're rooting for the Packers. That's very weird for me to say. And for the Panthers, we're rooting for the Seahawks. Because we're going to have to lose out, and the Seahawks have to win out in order for them to pass us. But we have a game and a half lead over teams like the Falcons, Cardinals, and Giants, where, we can afford to lose one game, but if we lose multiple, then we're looking at some bad news. The Eagles, I believe, are also trying to make a late playoff push. I believe they have 8 losses on the season. They're like 6-8, 5-8, something like that. Here's Paul Walton, as you see, 15 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. You can see why I benched him last week. And yeah. So the Eagles, they're very close. Like we were talking about with the Seahawks, they can't pass us unless we win out. And a win could put them at probably not elimination, but very close to it. And the first play, Walton's going to go back for a loss of 11. Peyton Turner, I believe, the one to get the sack. 2nd and 21 now from the 14. We're rooting for New Orleans to beat Tampa Bay just to kind of decrease our competition a bit. That's a gain of 5 by Trey Sermon. AFC does not matter whatsoever. A quick pass is complete to Moody. He fumbles the football, and it's going to be picked up by the O-lineman. I want to say that might be Jordan Mailot. 78. Can we get a name? That's Kendrick Green. Darren Moody fumbles short of the goal, and then Kendrick Green picks it up and takes it across. That's a huge play. There's one of the results we needed. Commanders beat the Giants. So now we're a win and a Falcons or Cardinals loss away from being in the playoffs for the first time this series. We're not going to know the Cardinals game because they play later, so we're going to have to find that out, after our game. Trey Sermon up from 145 to the other for a first down. Another thing to note, if we manage to win this game, or any game, we'll do one of our remaining 3 games. If we win, first time this season, or series, we have gone above 500, finished the season above 500. This is the first time we have ever finished 500. We've always done worse than 500. If we lose out, we're 500. We'd be 8-1. What a pass to Cole Kmet. Up to the 26-yard line. It's going to be a handoff to Sermon. That's Ronald Jones, gain of 3. Ooh, that should be a good game. 8-6 Bills versus 7-7 Patriots in that little division game. A tight pass to Moody is complete up to 18. That's going to bring up Curtis short. You can hear the Eagles fans are, hype. And a great job there by number 90. That's Fletcher Cox. He's still... No, that's Jordan Davis. And the kick is good from 36 yards. And we are leading 3-0. Early in this game. 2.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. So drive took a while. Only 8-minute quarters, but we got points out of it. Wish we could have got more than a field goal, but I'm not going to complain yet. Because, we're winning at the moment. We have nothing to complain about. Here is Trevonte McDowell having himself a great season. McDowell on first down. It's complete. Gain of 6. Don't know who that was. That was Devontae Smith. 2nd and 4 now from the 26. We see Smith in motion. It's going to be a fake to him and actually go to Miles Sanders, who's going to lose a yard there, making it 3rd and 4 from the 25-yard line. McDowell on 3rd down, over the middle, wide open. Don't know if we're going to see number 12. Don't know who that is. Williams. Mike Williams, maybe? First down up to the 49. McDowell now to throw again. Just going to incomplete. Either didn't catch it or was out of bounds when he caught it. 2nd and 10 from the 49 now. McDowell going deep. Incomplete, but I think they're going to get a roughing the passer. No, it's holding. It was just a very late holding. That's going to go on Lane Johnson, and we're going to accept a penalty to make it 2nd and 20 instead of 3rd and 10. 2nd and 20 now from the 39-yard line. McDowell tweets it up to the 48. It doesn't really matter. It's 3rd and 10 regardless now. And he's going to be short of the line to gain. Some of the players were unable to make the tackle, but he just kept getting farther and farther past the line. There, the first quarter stats for those of you who are curious, with the Bears leading 3-0. And they're going to go for a 60-yard field goal attempt. Instead of going for it on 4th and 1 or punting, they're going to go for the field goal. 60 yards. It's going to be well short and to the right, so no good. And that'll give the Bears the ball right around midfield. Their first play is a handoff to Trey Sermon, who gets maybe half a yard. New England leading 14-3 over the Bills, by the way. 2nd and 10. Walton going deep, and it's incomplete, intended for Ridley. And now 3rd and 10 from midfield. Walton rolling out. There's a penalty, but pass is incomplete. Had a chance to be intercepted, but elected to bat it down instead. And it's going to be holding regardless. So that's going to be on James Alexander, the rookie right tackle, I want to say. Might be in his 2nd year. But the punting unit's out there. Pinned down at the 8. That's a good punt. Jack Fox, who really struggled last week with punting. He didn't struggle. He struggled with pinning the ball down. That one's a great pin there. And McDowell's going to be sacked. Bosa gets there. It's going to be a loss of... They're going to say 5. 2nd and 15 at the 4-yard line now. And a safety is possible. Miles Sanders is going to get up to around 7. So, you know, slightly avoid safety territory, but it's still possible. 3rd and 12 from the 7-yard line. It's going to be a pass. It's a quick pass. And wide open, but steps out of bounds is Goddard. He may have had a lot more yards, potentially even a touchdown if he would be able to stay in bounds. Looks like Nick Bosa wasn't covered as well, which I don't know why. Miles Sanders, a lot of running room. Going to fall forward up to the 36, and that's going to be a 1st down. First and 10 from the 36 now. And Bernard Cleary's going to get to him. Unblocked. Going to be a loss of 8 back to the 28 now. 2nd and 18. A quick pass to Devontae Smith is complete up to the 33, making it 3rd and 13 now from the 33. Devontae McDowell only 1 incompletion so far, and that really wasn't his fault. The receiver just was out of bounds. And he's going to be sacked again. Boye Olowokun. 4th and 21, and the punting unit's going to be out there, obviously. Fielded around the 32, maybe 33. Turned up to 44 is Darren Moody. A first and 10 from the 44 now. 3.5 minutes left to go in the half. Quick pass is complete to Komet, maybe Higby. Gain of 9 up to the 47. Second and 1. It's going to be a quick pass to Kendrick Bourne, who gets up to the 41. It's going to be a handoff. That's Ronald Jones. Had himself a great game last week. He's going to get up to 29. That's a first down. Walton and shotgun. They don't have to call another play before the 2-minute warning, but they are. And complete to Komet up to 24, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning, where the Bears lead 3-0 and have the ball at the 24 with a 2nd and 5. Walton completes that. That is Kendrick Bourne. That was a very tight pass. That's up to the 13. With, just over a minute and a half left to go. Walton looking, rolling out, throwing, incomplete. Looked like he just threw it away, and luckily Ronald Jones was in the area, so it wouldn't be grounding. 2nd and 10 from the 13. Walton. Over the middle is Ridley, and he's gonna reach in, and that's gonna be a touchdown for the Bears. They're gonna take a 2-possession lead, assuming, you know, they don't do anything with this 2-point conversion, so I'll take it back. But the extra point by Lambeau is good. And the Bears lead 10-0 with a minute 24 left to go in the half. But the Eagles do get the ball to start second half, so if they manage to do something with this drive, you know, and then their first drive after half, you know, something might happen. And McDowell is going to go down. Nick Bosa is going to be there. Looks like someone else was there to get the other half. And with a minute 1 remaining, Eagles take their first time out of the half with a minute 1 remaining. I already said that. 2nd and 19 from the 16 now. McDowell. It's going to be a screen pass, and that's going to go nowhere. It's going to be a loss of a yard. And the Bears now are going to take their first time out, looking like they're trying to get the ball back. And 3rd and 20 from the 15, they more than likely will. It's just going to be a handoff, and he's going to go nowhere. And 51 seconds, 4th and 20. Bears called their second timeout, and the Eagles punting unit's out there. Bear caught around the 42-yard line, they're going to say. And with 45 seconds and 1 timeout, the Bears are going to try and put more points on the board. Seattle leading 14-3 over Carolina. That's actually good for us. Complete to Ridley over the middle to the 48, and the Bears take their final timeout with 21 seconds left. That's now we need to use, you know, hit the sidelines. Third and 3 now from the 48, 17 seconds left to go. And they're just going to hand the ball off. And Ronald Jones is not going to get enough for a first down, but the Eagles aren't going to use their timeouts. And we're going to go to the half with a 10-0 game. The Bears leading. There's the first half stats for those of you who are curious. As we're now going to take a look around the league to see how the other teams are doing. We're going to head to Miami, Florida to start out, where the Dolphins lead 14-3 with Tua with a touchdown going to Jalen Waddle. Tua 9 for 1,110 yards and a touchdown. Next, we're heading to New England, where Patriots lead 21-6. Josh Allen with an interception. Mac Jones 2 touchdowns, 1 to Devontae Parker, and Damian Harris with a rushing touchdown. Finally, we head to Cleveland, Ohio, where Browns lead 7-0. Deshaun Watson with a touchdown, which went to Walker. And Baker Mayfield only one completion for 8 yards. Nick Chubb 2 attempts for 1 yard. So it's like both teams are struggling there. Here are the Bears when it comes down to throwing the ball short. And here are the Eagles when it comes down to throwing the ball short. So both teams, same game plans. Eagles do receive ball, so they can make it a one-score game with, any points. And they return it up to the 15, so a horrible return. Sorry, I was drinking water. Gain of 4 by Devontae Smith. 2nd and 6 now. McDowell completes it to Devontae Smith up to the 27 for a first down and I think a gain of 8. First attempt from the 27-yard line now. McDowell. That's going to be complete to Goddard, but he's going to fumble that football, and the Bears are going to recover at the 29-yard line. And that was a fumble. No need to even look at that. Or I guess that could have been incomplete, but it doesn't matter now. The snap is off. And the first play is going to be a 9-yard sack. Josh Sweat getting half of it. Don't know who the other half goes to. 2nd and 19 now from the 38. It's going to be complete to Kendrick Bourne, who's going to get up to around the 30. Where it's going to be 3rd and 13 from the 31. Third and 13 from the 31. The game's glitched. You can tell because Paul Warren's not moving whatsoever. And you can also tell because there's a freaking wide receiver doing the freaking cha-cha down there. Well, that sucks because that now jeopardizes a potential field goal. We're now looking at a 53-yarder instead of a 48 if we don't get any yards. And the field goal is completely out of the question now as he gets sacked. Roquan Smith, the former Bear, comes in clutch for his team. And this punt, see there it is. Out at the 24, that is a 20-yard punt. You can't be doing that if you're Jack Fox, man. Great coverage, but somehow A.J. Brown gets open and gets up to the 41 for a solid gain and a first down. Goddard's wide open. One man to make the tackle. It is Byron Murphy, who kind of gets him out of bounds at the 30 or the 49 for a gain of 8. Goddard again. That's a first down up to around the 38-yard line. The Bears bring the blitz from a crossbody. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 38-yard line. Wide open is Devontae Smith. He gets up to the 27. How many times has Devontae Smith caught a pass? Devontae McDowell is 15 for 17, and Devontae Smith has caught the ball 5 of them. So if he's been a third of the team's game, you include, he tries to hit him again, but that's incomplete. You include Dallas Goddard, that's probably another 4. So what are like 2/3 is come from 2 players. There's another one. Gain of 4 to Devontae Smith. 3rd and 6 now from the 22. McDowell is going to be sacked at the 26. Justin Jones coming up with the sack. Fourth and 9, 43-yard field goal attempt is good, and we have a 1-score game with it being 10-3 now. Bears still leading. With 1:50 left to go in the 3rd quarter, which means 9:50 left to go in the game. Miami destroying Houston 21-3. What a pass. That's complete to commit up to the 40-yard line, and Josh Sweat goes down with an injury. Looks like it's a shoulder injury. That's a huge injury for the Eagles, who are trying to make a desperate push for the postseason. One of their key defenders goes down with an injury, and Ronald Jones from 140 to the other. 1st down. Cleveland leading 10-7 over the Chargers. It's going to be a toss outside, and Sermon's going to fight his way, but not going to even get close. He's going to lose about 1.5 yards. Tampa Bay leading 35-14 over New Orleans. But that New Orleans lead they had has quickly faded. Great job there by Wallen just to get that pass away. 3rd and 11 now. And incomplete. They can either go for it, punt, they're going to punt. Could have attempted a 59-yarder with Josh Lambo, who I don't think he can hit nearly as far as that. Down at the 17, getting closer, but still very bad punts. I think he only has 1 year deal or 1 year left on his deal. So, well, technically like 2. He has this year and I believe next year. That's gonna do it for the 3rd quarter. Bears lead 10-3, but the Eagles have the ball, looking to, either put more points on the board or tie the game up. Maybe even take the lead if they're trying, get risky and go for 2. And Devontae Smith, just so good. As you can see, man, he's running the most basic routes. Doesn't have a lot of yards to show for it either, but he's getting receptions. We're ranked 7th in takeaways, and we've only gotten 1 today. And I think our goal was to get at least 2. Or it might have been turnovers. We've gotten 2, so have we? No, we haven't. Cam Jurgens goes down with an injury. Offensive lineman. Another huge injury. 3rd and 5 from the 35. Wide open. That's Goddard up to the 40-yard line. And see, he's there when you need him. Carolina beating Seattle 31-14 now. It's crazy what happened, man. All the teams we needed to lose were losing, and now they're winning. Gain of 3 by Devontae Smith. Points allowed were, either dead last or first. I don't know what 32 means. But we've only allowed 3 today, which is very good. Devontae Smith's going to be the receiver here. No, he's going end zone. That's going to be a very tough one. It's caught by Williams, but it's out of bounds. They're 10th in total offense, and not even 200 yards yet this game. Third and 7 from the 37. Guess who's wide fucking open? Darn, to piss me off, man. Triple team him if you have to. There's two people you need to guard. Dallas Goddard and Devontae Smith. Just guard those two. The other guys maybe have a combined total of 2 catches this game. He went for Goddard, but he had Devontae Smith wide open. Third and 10 from the 27. 4:40 left to go in the game. Devontae McDowell looking. And there's pressure, and he's going to fumble, but it's going to be picked up by an O-lineman back at the 44. That's Joseph Osai, who, gets to the quarterback. And on 4th and 27 from the 44, the punting unit's out there. What looked like a drive destined to get points turns into nothing. They have a horrible punt as well. That's a punt of like 14 yards. And the Bears are now, a few drives away from ending this game. Sermon gets a gain of 4 off of the handoff. My headset fell off. 2nd and 7 now from the 34-yard line. Walton. It's complete, but short of the first down. That's Darren Moody. 3rd and 1. A very short one. What's the call going to be? It's going to be a handoff. And Sermon breaks out of the tackle, but it's not going to get nearly close enough. Jordan Davis is there immediately to stop him, but, some other Eagles made sure he didn't get the first down after breaking that tackle. This is a great punt. Is it going to sit, though? It's going to be sitting down at the 2-yard line. And there we go, Jack Fox. Great job by Kelvin Joseph for being down there as well to pin it. 2:19 left to go. McDowell, quick pass. There's a fumble. And it's going to be scooped up by the Bears. And he might get a scoop and score. He's going to be a yard short. It's Yannick Ngakoue. The 1st and goal from the 1. 2:10 left to go. A.J. Brown caught it and then fumbled. 1st and goal from the 1 is going to be a handoff to Sermon, who's going to fight, but going to be just short. 2nd and goal now from the 1. The smart thing to do, realistically, is to just try and score on 3rd and goal. Okay, or score now, actually. Ronald Jones. I'd say try and score on 3rd down. And if you can't score on 3rd down, just take the field goal. That'll make it a 2-score game. But we're going to take a 14-point lead. Had to make sure the extra point was good before I said what leaders we had. And this win, it's not over yet. There's still 2 minutes. But if we manage to win this game, we will be right there for the playoffs. Depending on what happens, we know the Giants lost. So if the Falcons or the Cardinals lose, we'd be in. McDowell on 2nd down. Finds A.J. Brown. Is he going to fumble again? No, he's going to get up to the 40 though. McDowell has had one hell of a game today. It's what sucks that it's going to end this way. In 27 now, they need 60 yards. McDowell throws it right to one of the defenders. That is Foye Oluokun, and that is probably the dagger. I doubt the Eagles are really going to try. A 1st down will definitely end it. So just to make sure, I suppose. Gain of 3. The Eagles are going to try. I mean, they kind of have to. This is their playoff hopes literally like hanging by a thread. Third and 9. Minute 12 remaining. Eagles only have one timeout left. Wallen is going to go to put the game on ice. Incomplete. Komet wasn't even looking. And they're going to go for a 57-yard field goal. This will definitely put the game away if he makes this. And he's going to be well short and wide to the left. Looked like it may have, with how that kick went, doesn't look like it was, but I mean, you'd think that ball was tipped with how, wobbly it looked. This now means the Eagles only have to go 53 yards, but with a minute and 3 seconds, and now they have to rely on an onside kick if they even get far enough. First play is going to be a gain of 5, and he gets out of bounds with 58 seconds left. Incomplete. Just looked like a miscommunication between the quarterback receiver there. And they need a first down. If they don't even get a first down, then we're looking at an even bigger issue. Miami defeats Houston 27-9. So Miami's going to stay on top of that division. A.J. Brown unable to hold on to it, and now that puts the game down to one play. If they don't get 5 or more yards, or a defensive penalty, it is game. McDowell. Incomplete. Tried to hit not Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown. But, it's a bad pass. And we are potentially postseason bound. Eagles take their final timeout, so 2 more kneels down, maybe even 1, depending on how the clock goes. Okay, we're going to need 1 more. We're rooting for the Cardinals. Here's the good news, is they play different times, so we can root for one team. We're rooting for the 49ers at first. If the 49ers can't get it done, we're rooting for the Vikings. That kills me to say. Since, they're ahead of us. That, makes it even harder for us, Looking at the potential of not even winning our division and, rooting for them, helping them out. We're going to spend our 21 staff points after recapping our unstoppable force. Coach, it's huge. All linebackers have +2 hit power for the next 2 games. That's perfect. That's going to be the final 2 games of our regular season. Like I said, with these staff points, we're going to go over to player personnel. We don't really need halfbacks and fullbacks. What is this one? Okay, discount and value increase. We'll get that. That puts us at 5 again. And let's advance to next week to see if we have made it. Are we postseason bound? The Vikings lose, which means the Falcons won. So it comes down to the 49ers. Did the 49ers beat the Cardinals? They didn't. So now we're in a situation of winning in, or if the Falcons or Cardinals, either one of those two, lose one game, we're in. So we just have to win one of our last 2, or the Falcons or Cardinals lose one of their last 2. It doesn't matter which one it is. But we are going to watch next week's episode. Where does that put us? We are at a 3 seed. The Panthers are now to 1 because I'm guessing the Cowboys lost their game. Which means we are half a game out of the 1 seed. Panthers are 10-5, Cowboys are 10-5. We're 9-5-1. So that tie at the beginning of the season is really hurting us. Panthers haven't even clinched the playoffs. How is that? Well, I guess because maybe they, Falcons and Cardinals maybe have tiebreaker over them. Cowboys have clinched their division, so they're at worst going to finish with the 4 seed. Let's look at the AFC. Dolphins have clinched their division. Broncos have clinched a playoff spot. So that's cool. Two of the best teams in the league tied week 1. So at worst, Dolphins finished with the 4th seed. Broncos at worst finished with the 7th seed. Doesn't look like anyone else has really done anything. 7th seed has 7 losses, and with 2 games left to go, that means the Saints, Commanders, and Lions are all eliminated, with teams like the Eagles, Seahawks, and Packers just holding on. So theoretically, the Lions really don't have anything to play for besides, screwing us over. And, oh, I didn't even count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 6, 7. So 7 losses is the threshold. So once again, any teams with 10 losses. So the Texans, Chargers, and Steelers are all eliminated with a team like the Ravens holding on. I wish Madden would add another feature like this. You see how it has Y and X claiming, if they've X means they've clinched, a playoff spot. Y means division. Z means the bye, which only the best teams in each conference get. Only the team who finished with the first seed. I wish they would also add one where it shows like an E or something that indicates eliminated. And also, another thing, maybe not actually, since it's right here, but it's kind of annoying having to swap through the two. Is if they added numbers to the standings. And what I mean by that is, as you can see, for the AFC example, it would say like the Dolphins 1, Broncos 2, Titans 3, Chiefs 5, Bengals 4, stuff like that. Instead of, me just kind of having to constantly swap between the two to see. Very small, things, but I feel like they're doable. I don't think they will be done because, they're not very crucial. I don't really care as much about the E, or not the E, the numbers. But if they could add the E, that would make things a lot easier without, having to kind of be like, well, this team still has a very small chance, with all that. I really, who I want to play in the playoffs, not the 49ers, that's for sure. Not the Cowboys. Cardinals would be nice. Rams wouldn't be bad. So probably Cardinals or Rams. We can't play the Panthers. So they're already out of the question since they've clinched their division. Actually, I don't think they have because of the Falcons. But I doubt that happens. Cowboys we can't play regardless. Actually, we could. Everything's possible. I for some reason I'm thinking just because we have the free seed means we're clinched. We're not. So if we win, we're in. To make things better, or if we win or the Falcons or Cardinals, one of those two teams lose, we're in. To make things better, if we win and the Vikings lose, we clinch the division, which means at worst we get the 4 seed. If the Cowboys and Panthers both lose as well, we would move up to the 1 seed and then have a possible week 18. If we win, we're playing for the 1 seed week 18 no matter what. So our best scenario is to win, obviously. So no matter what, we are not resting starters for either of these games. Because if we win, we're fighting for the 1 seed. If we lose, we're fighting for division and we know wild card spots. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. I will see you guys next time, which will be on Monday, but it will be March Madness. I did it last year. I enjoyed it a lot. Uh, One of my most viewed videos out there. So we're gonna bring it back. March Madness. Doing the whole bracket. I did horrible last time, but I don't watch basketball. And if I do, it's the NBA, so I don't know anything about college. I'm literally going to be going off of like where they are and how big of a football school they are. That's what I'm going to be going off of. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.